relationships. So today we're going to speak a little bit about relationships. So what is the difference between a tornado and marriage? Absolutely nothing. In the beginning, there's a lot of wind blowing and screaming, and at the end, you lose your house. Look, you deserve to be happy in all the areas of your life, especially in relationships. This is your birthright, but it does take a bit of understanding. School systems do not teach us relationships 101, so how can we expect to have healthy relationships when we've never been taught about them? In order for relationships to work, we must understand the purpose of a relationship in the first place. So I have a question for you. Would you rather go see a concert in a large stadium with 2 people there? Or would you rather see a concert with thousands of fans, all just like you, all cheering and clapping in unison? So, other than to reproduce and pass down dominant genes, the purpose of a relationship is to help us magnify the human experience. What does this mean? Well, have you ever noticed the more we humans can share an experience with others, the greater that experience becomes? What is the first thing we want to do when something exciting happens in our life? We just want to share that, right? Why is this? Well, human beings have an inherent need to be social. This is a survival need, and this is just how we've evolved. This need for social sharing is innate within us, which means this is just how we're wired. Why? Because 2 people working for one cause creates synergy. The more we can productively come together, the more we can create something larger than 2 people working separately. Also, the better we can thrive and survive as a species. What a lot of people fail to do is look at a relationship as if it's where 2 people must go to give. The purpose of that relationship is so that both people can grow together, live their highest selves, and also become the best they can be. So, just like anything, when a relationship begins to stagnate, this is when it could also go sideways. However, when a relationship continues to grow, this is when you find that certainty within yourself. You not only give the gift of loving someone, but you also give your partner the strength they need to trust. You give the gift of allowing them to find their masculine or feminine core, and you allow them to be and feel that at the highest level. We go to our relationships to give, expecting nothing in return, and we give our gifts from true love. The giving feels good because we love the other person almost as if they're a part of you, and true love really has no conditions. Now, yes, there should be some standards set here. If you just keep giving and giving, but your partner keeps taking and taking, certain behaviors should be deal breakers, and there does need to be boundaries set with that. Also, as we go into a new relationship, I cannot overemphasize the fact that we must start fresh and anew. Give this new partner a clean slate. Use difficult times in the past as learning experiences. So we want to learn from the past, but never base our new relationships upon the past, and they deserve that. In life, in business, in relationships, we want to constantly be moving upward and forward. When we go into a new relationship with a new person, we want to make sure we go into that relationship as a new person, taking the knowledge that we attained from the past into this new relationship and make it better. So we go there to give. We also must get very clear on our standards, and most of all, communicate those standards so that way we know, and they know, that certain standards can never be broken. Coming from a difficult childhood, I had poor examples. I never really knew what relationships were about. My parents' relationship were more like a battlefield, so you can just imagine the hang-ups I had to overcome in order to get this new understanding. I had approach avoidance and self-sabotage patterns I had no clue I even was doing, and it essentially broke apart my first relationships. You see, our subconscious conditioning and beliefs can run our lives. My beliefs about marriage and relationships really were just essentially destroying them. I went years without a clue until one day I met a special girl. She was younger and tested my boundaries, and by default showed me the way. As most women do, she knew intuitively about true love. When we first met, there were no boundaries, so talk about crazy fights. But she loved me for who I was, and loved me so deeply that she essentially loved the hell out of me. And it really changed me as a man. Through many difficulties, I finally got to the point of understanding that really serves me in my relationships today. We are best friends, and she essentially saved me. The grass is not always greener, and there is no growth without resistance. So we must use the difficult times in our relationships as stepping stones for greater understanding in the future. Life is an ongoing search, my friends, and we never want to stop growing. Also, certain ways of doing and acting assign specific roles to each person in a relationship. So we must also research in the areas of male and female polarity. This cutting-edge understanding is known as sexology. This is the natural order of things, regardless if it's gay or straight. Each person naturally takes on a certain role. However, when these roles become crossed, let's say a man fails to take control at a certain point, which forces a woman in her masculine role, for example, well, a feminine woman does not want to be masculine, so she may unconsciously resent that. And this is when many problems can occur in a relationship. Remember, whether gay or straight, whoever is assigned to that role really needs to understand and stay within that role. Just like a magnet works with the laws of physics, this is exactly how sexual polarity works between a couple. So the wrong ways of acting or doing can unknowingly ruin the polarity in the relationship, and that's when things can become stagnant or go awry. This is real stuff, and this polarity is exactly what creates sexual attraction. Once the polarity begins to falter, you may still love your partner, but this is when things really become stagnant. Also, one more thing. Remember, we live by examples to our children through our relationships. Modern psychology has found the happiness of a child's mother is the key determining factor when it comes to bringing up children who are happy and successful. A relationship is there to serve these human needs and most of all, bring the best out of ourselves. So yes, a tornado can sometimes destroy our homes, but we can sometimes predict the weather or make it bigger, stronger, and better. I want to thank you so much for engaging with me here today. Just some simple insights as we continue to move toward our path to greatness here together. My name is Bradley Lenart. Today, be yourself, live full throttle. We hope to see you in the next video. Hey everybody, it's Bradley. So did you like the video? I hope you did. If so, click the like button below and subscribe. Also, you can click any one of these boxes to go to the website and get a free book, or stay in touch and learn about success and happiness. Once again, thank you for joining me, and we'll see you in the next episode.